my Pokemon that I purchased from Goodwill have arrived. I'm very, very happy because I've been waiting for these. They were shipped to me by FedEx after I purchased them via GoodwillShopping.com. And after I purchased it, what I did was I tracked it and they sent this via FedEx. So I noticed that because of the state it's in, it took longer than my first order that I got from Goodwill after watching so many YouTubers talking about Pokemon and making it seem like that it was a very profitable venture. So I made the purchase from Goodwill of both Pokemon, and my total, including shipping, handling, was about $24. I'm going to open it now. I did notice something in the picture, and what I noticed in the picture was rubber bands around the Pokemon. And I've had an experience with baseball and football cards that was a bit negative because the rubber bands caused them to be damaged. These ones, the rubber bands look like they were very lightly placed on them. So it didn't look like they were going to be very damaged. And there is a bunch of cards in here. That is why I took the risk of buying these. This feels like a gamble. Opening this, it feels like a gamble. I had bought a different stack of Pokemon from Goodwill.com and it cost about $24, but they didn't have rubber bands on them, and those cards were amazing. I've sold 2 of them already. Wow. Look at this. This is, it looks like double the amount of Pokemon I had last time. Here they are. It's like a box full of money. Let's say you went to the casino, won the jackpot, and they gave you cash. You put it in a box. That's what it feels like to have with these cards with all these rubber bands around them. Here it is. Pokemon. Both Pokemon. There it is. Woo! Let's see the rubber band. It feels tight, but not too tight. You see that on the edge? Well, first thing I see is it's a brand new rubber band. The other thing I see is it is nice and flat. It's not this on the edge, on the corner right here. And that is important to me because I don't want it to be crushed like I noticed this side is. So that's going to take away at least the first card. So I'm going to cut the rubber band instead of unraveling it. Wow. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one is the damaged cards right here, so it's going to be thrown away. Look at this. This right here is the first one. Look at the damage right there. Hi, how are you? I don't like selling Pokemon that are damaged, so what I do is I make sure I'm not going to accidentally sell it. I cut it, and I get ready to throw it away. I'm hoping these are mostly holographs. Let's see the... Oh my goodness, the edges are fine for these. And yes, that is a holographic right there. Here's what I have. Holographic right here. Look at the beautiful color on this. Energy, that could get trashed. Holographic. I'm very excited about these. I'm hoping they're mostly holographic. This is a beauty, and it's a non-holographic though. So anything, see that's non-holo. That's non-holo to me is trash. This one looks like a pretty good one. A holographic Palkia. This is one of my favorite Pokemon right here. All right, let's keep going through these. Non-holo. Non-holo. Holographic. Holo Pokemon. I'm into a lot of holographic Pokemon. Non-holo. 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 I'm hoping now I'm into a lot of non-holographic Pokemon. That's not good. There we are. Back to the holographic. Porygon 2. Oh, I see a damage card. This is the risk of buying from Goodwill and not seeing the edges. You might get a bunch of non-holographics, and truth be told, if I get a bunch of non-holographics, I just want to throw them away. That's a holographic. I only bought this because I thought there's going to be mostly holographics. And so far, it seems about even. Non-holo to holo comparison, even. But what I see now is the sides. I don't know if you notice it, but the side, if you see the side a certain way in the light, you can notice that there's some shiny cards in there. That's a good way to source bulk. That's a good way to source bulk via Goodwill.com. If you look at the side and see a stack like this, and you see a lot of shiny looking cards, that is a really good thing. See the shine? Imagine seeing that from the side, and it's the whole stack of cards. And you buy it, and you get 400 holographics for $25. And on eBay, they're about $1 each plus the buyer paying shipping. Let's say you net 50 cents, 400 cards. That's $200 from 25. That's pretty good profit margin. A lot of non-holographics here. I've never seen a trainer card like that. It's an ancient energy. Back to the holographic. I'm hoping to see something very valuable. If y'all notice anything valuable out of these, please let me know. Snorlax has been pretty well talked about. So holographic, base. I'd never seen this base before. I really like it, but I'm not collecting those basic non-holographic cards. Another one of these, but it's a holographic this time. Awesome trainer card right here. Look at that. This one's a beauty. Giovanni Luna. Look at that. This one's beautiful. I really like this one. So far, so good. Plenty of Pokemon. Make me happy. If you notice anything special, let me know. This lot of Pokemon is not holographic, obviously. That's a beauty. I love this one. It seems like whoever donated these or someone at the Goodwill. Bunky, hi, how are you? Might have gone through these and kept all the full arts because I'm not seeing any full art. I'm seeing they didn't They seem to have not had any here. Just basic, I mean, holographic like that. How's the view? Does it look good from here? Oh, by the way, I noticed that the Pokemon that are at Goodwill that sell for more because it seems like there's more bidders have yellow borders. Here we go. Seadra, Wugtrio, Kingdra, Pansear, Snorlax doll holographic. And that is one stack. I'm going to show you now. This is what happened. I have this many hollows from, oops. I have this many holographics from one stack. I'm super happy. Already, I know I'm going to be able to make my money back because of how many holographics I have that are in good condition. This many. Let's see how many non-holographics I have. I have a feeling it's going to be about even, or there's more. Actually, there seems to be a bunch more non-holographics. So these are practically all trash to me. All these people buy these in bulk, so I could save them because there's so many of them. Save up 1,000, I guess, if somebody wants to buy them. I have heard one YouTuber. I think his YouTube name is Phantom TCG. Will buy 1,000 non-hollows for $25, but I have to pay for shipping. So my net won't be that much, but it will help. I might net $10 if I sell him 1,000 of these non-hollows. I don't have 1,000 yet, but I earn from the Whatnot app. I earn plenty of free packs. And there's a card shop that gives me a ton of free bulk. Yeah, these are all non-hollows. And this is the cut holographic. That was no good. So I'll put this to the side, the cut one. And I will start saving the non-hollows now. Potentially for Phantom TCG. For a Phantom TCG person. Or for someone on eBay that wants them. Let's see what else. There is plenty more to go through. Here's a tinier stack of Pokemon there. Starting off with the non-holographic. Getting into plenty of holographics right there. 4 already. Into the non-hollows. It's got to be a lot of work doing what a bulk seller of non-holographic does when they use their machine to get pictures of these cards front and back and list them on. I don't think they like energies, so I'm not going to add any energies in there. I'm just going to throw those away on eBay or whatever they're using to sell the cards that are not holographic, possibly these cards. Onyx, a nice non-holo Onyx. All right, look what we have in here. 2022 yellow bordered card for the non-holo pile. Another yellow border, non-holographic. Oh, that's a cool holographic. I like this one. I don't have that one. Couple more holographics. Holographic fish. Nothing super special, but a lot of different stuff that I'm not used to. And now my stack of non-hollows is this big. I'm going to call it a start of collecting 1,000 non-hollows. And I'm going to still throw the damaged ones away. I like doing shorts of throwing the damaged ones away. So I'm going to still do that. And I might do a short of throwing energy cards away because it looks really awesome as they go by. And it sounds really good when it hits the trash can. Okay, this is my holographic pile now. It has now increased to this size. I wonder if we're going to be able to see. Actually, I think we should be able to see. There it is. The shine from the sides. Odd. I don't see it like the other. These are all the holographics. It looks like there could be 40 cards there. So $25 or $24, around for $24 for 40 cards isn't bad. I still have this many cards. Plenty to go through. Starting with a non-hollow. I don't think I can get the scissors under the small rubber band. Back card looks damaged right there in the back corner. So even that type of damage right there. This one is a hollow. This one is a damaged hollow. Oh my goodness, this is what happens, y'all. I won't sell these to people damaged. Hello, Bunky. So what I do is I do this. I don't sell damaged stuff. It's the worst. I only like to sell good stuff. Good stuff keeps me a 5-star eBay seller. And I love being a 5-star eBay seller. 5-star eBay seller. This is a good one. Another Seadra. Milk Tank. Kingdra. Okay, here is now the non-hollows. Adding some hollows. Pretty good condition. This many holographics. All right. It came with this sticker. I was bit by a dog recently. It looked a little like that. Bit my leg right here. If you can see it, that whole thing is part of the bite. So this is the process of sorting both. It takes a long time. Unfortunately, my non-holographic pile is getting bigger and bigger, along with my holographic pile, but my holographic pile is not getting as big as fast. So it takes time. I'm learning about the distance that it is required for me to maintain my viewers and me to get any viewers. It seems like I gotta stay at a further distance than just sitting like this and trying to show y'all what cards I got, because it looks a little dark and hard to see, and my position right now is really, really not that great for showing the cards that I have. There's a holo. Finally. So I'd almost rather stand right here and just sort them while you look at me. Sorting them. This is the non-holographic pile now. A lot of cards here. There could be 200 cards non-holographic here already. Trash. There's a lot of trash in the bulk. A sticker. And a lot more bulk to go through. And a bunch of energies. A bunch of energies. Useless energies. Energies. A bunch of energies. My last and final stack. I am so glad. To be honest with you, I'm so glad I quit. At this moment, for now, buying from Goodwill. Because these are the modern type. You see the blue, the gray border right here? That is more modern. By the way, I hope y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed. So you can watch me do scratch off lottery tickets if I'm doing a live scratch off lottery ticket adventure, do some fishing if I'm doing some fishing, some sorting like I'm doing right now. If you have any questions or notice anything, please comment. I'm super happy to keep going. I'm super happy that there's YouTubers out there that will buy this bulk instead of me just throwing all of it away, because it's going to take a lot of time to video throwing all this non-holo stuff away. And some people might actually want the non-holo stuff. That's a different one. I noticed that one on eBay. That's a holo I get to keep. That's good luck for me. I wonder how to make my live channel show up on more people's YouTube before other lives. I'm almost finished. Look at this one. I love this one. Reminds me of the Snorlax that it could be a non-holo that's worth, I think, $80 or something like that. I'm pretty sure this one's not going to be $80. I wish I did better because I don't see any full arts or EXs in here. Meaning that this could be already figuratively sifted by people that work at the Goodwill, and they kept the good ones for themselves. If they do that, if I were allowed to, I would. Or it could have been a breaker. So like the card shop I go to that does breaks, you could go through this stuff and just give it all away to people, kids that come in their card shop, adults that come in the card shop, me being one of them, and give it away for free. But if there's not that many people in the card shop, you could give it to Goodwill. And I pretty much just bought the stuff. It's a good card. This is new. I don't have this one. Never seen it until now. All right, I'm getting towards the end. This looks like the last two hollows. This one, we've never had this one. And this one. I think I have two of these in this load. Thanks for watching. This is what it is for me for buying bulk. Going through it, trying to find the hollows, hoping to make a profit from this many hollows that are in pretty good condition. Any that aren't, I'll just throw them away. I'm not sure how many that is, but this is the hollows I have. So this year, I hope I can make more than $24 from, so I earn a profit. If you get into this stuff, I hope you do a better scan via the pictures of Goodwill if you ever do buy from Goodwill and decide to sell bulk Pokemon.